Alright everyone, welcome back. So, apologies for the lateness on this video a little bit here, but the Dallas Stars have clinched a playoff spot. I have two more of these to do, potentially three if Toronto clinches tonight. So, tomorrow could be a very interesting day for videos. But regardless, the Dallas Stars become the first team of the Western Conference to clinch when they did. They are currently 47, 19, and 9 for 103 points. They are second in the NHL. They have scored 276 goals and have let in 220. They are 22, 10, and 4 at home, and they are 25, 9, and 5 on the road. So Dallas is a team that I have not talked a lot about in the last couple of months. They're a team that, they're silently doing really well. I don't feel like a lot of people are paying attention to the way that Dallas is playing this season, and people really should be. This team is very impressive. This team has been enjoyable the whole way through. And with that being said, I think a lot of the problems that they had in last year's playoffs and during that Stanley Cup run all the way up till Vegas, I think they've been solved. I think a lot of their problems were solved at free agency, at the trade deadline, and at other events. I feel like this team has really done a good job at fixing their issues, and I don't see a reason why they don't go far again on another Stanley Cup run. It's very possible. So, your leading scorer is Jason Robertson with 75 games played, 27 goals, 49 assists for 76 points. Actually, those numbers are not really the numbers we expect from Robertson. They're kind of lower than usual. But still, that being said, Robertson's been a very effective point-per-game player and still brings a lot of value to this Dallas Stars team. And even though he's not scoring at the rate that he was in previous seasons, that's okay. It's telling us that maybe he's not a, per se 100-point scorer every single season. Maybe he's just a player who gets around 70 to 80 points. That might be where Robertson's ceiling actually is instead of that 100-point mark. But hey, I've been wrong before, so you can take that what you will. Second in scoring is Joe Pavelski. Pavelski with 75 games played, 26 goals, 37 assists for 63 points with the Dallas Stars this season. I think I have the hiccups, which is absolutely awful to have during a YouTube video. But I want to give credit to Pavelski. He's still playing at the pace that he is at his age. And, if Dallas wins a cup, or even if Dallas loses this playoff run, it wouldn't surprise me if Pavelski just says, yeah, I'm going to hang out the skates. It wouldn't surprise me, even though I do believe he should still keep playing after that because he's been around for a long time. He's one of my favorite players, and I'd love to see him win a Stanley Cup. So I would be perfectly fine if Dallas won the Cup this year. That would be perfectly fine with me. But obviously, I can't predict the future. But yeah, Pavelski's been around for a very long time. He's been a very effective player with the Stars on their roster. Third in scoring is Rupe Hintz. 73 games played, 28 goals, 34 assists for 62 points with the Stars this season. So yeah, Hintz is a guy that I've enjoyed as well. I think Hintz has played well at points this season too. Definitely these players haven't scored at the rate that we've seen them score before. And Rupe Hintz is coming off of an amazing season last year. So it doesn't surprise me that this year he kind of just tones it down a little bit, maybe doesn't score as many points, which is perfectly fine. Dallas is still playing at that great level that we perceive them to play at. So that expectation's still there, obviously. But yeah, Hintz doing very solid this year, regardless of scoring high or not. Number 4 is very impressive. This guy's really impressed me this year. It's Matt Duchene of the Stars. Duchene, 73 games played, 24 goals, 38 assists for 62 points this season. Yeah, Duchene's been impressive. He's probably arguably the best free agent signing of last year's free agency class. He has just looked so good with Dallas this year and has been a very effective top 6 forward on pretty cheap money, too. He's getting paid, I think, around $5 million, which, for the rate that he produces, is really good. So, I give credit there to Dallas and making that signing. That was a really good signing there, acquiring Duchene. So, it could be a signing that really helps them in the playoffs. We'll obviously find out if that's the case. And then, of course, Wyatt Johnston. Johnston, 5th in scoring. I talked in my video about players who have impressed me. Wyatt Johnston was my pick for the Dallas Stars. But Johnston, 75 games played, 29 goals, 30 assists for 59 points with the Dallas Stars this season. Again, another player that I really think has been impressive for Dallas. and a guy who isn't really getting talked about much for the way he's been playing with the Stars, and I think he definitely deserved more recognition for that. In his sophomore season, too, where you see a lot of players from his draft class kind of struggling at this point in the season and struggling when they get into their sophomore year. But nope, Johnston has seemed to have skipped that part, essentially. So, yeah, good year out of him. Let's see if it continues into the playoffs. So, yeah, that's your scoring. This team looks great down the middle. They look great on the wings. Their defense looked better with the acquisition of Chris Tanev. I like the moves I like the moves they made a lot. And I think that, Tanev, I talked about many times before that the defense has been what really affects this Stars team, and that's what affected them in the playoffs last year. But I feel like I know one player can't solve the whole problem, but I feel like Tanev's really going to help out with those issues defensively, and is a player who will lay his body on the line for you. So a really good deal there by the Dallas Stars getting him, and that could be what propels them to a potential Stanley Cup final. Your goaltending now goes as follows. You have Jake Ottinger, and Ottinger's numbers have been not a little bit underwhelming, let's be honest. 30, 13, and 4, a 2.87, and a .900 save percentage. Not the usual numbers we see out of Ottinger at this point in the season. We usually see better stats from him. Then again, obviously, players will go through struggles. But with Ottinger, it just seems a little bit unexpected here to see him playing not too great at this point. Like, he's not playing bad, but he's not playing at the great level that we've seen him play before. So, definitely something that I think about. But regardless, Ottinger, still their starting goaltender. Their backup goalie is Scott Wedgwood, who, when Ottinger was injured for a point in time there, Wedgwood came in and played pretty well. He has a 16-6-5 record, a 2.84 goals against average, and a .901 save percentage. A very serviceable backup there for the Dallas Stars, and I have a feeling that he will be their backup for probably the foreseeable future. He's been one of my favorite backups on every team for a while, so yeah. But with Dallas, as I said, I feel like they've really improved a lot of their problems. Even secondary scoring's been solved too. A lot of guys, secondary scoring-wise, have come up pretty clutch for this team. As well as that, too, you obviously have guys like Logan Stankoven who have come up into the system this year and have actually looked pretty impressive. So, not only do they have a really solid core right now, but they have really solid players that when, per se, Pavelski retires, when Duchesne potentially leaves, they got Stankoven and Maverick Bourque down below that take things over. So that just tells me that Dallas is going to be good for not just now, but probably for the next couple of years. So expect Dallas to be in the conversation every single year, and hopefully one of these years they get a Stanley Cup. But regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on the Dallas Stars and them clinching. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe down below. It is all greatly appreciated. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.